puts it up. Michael Jordan. Oh, my goodness. That is unbelievable. Green's 2 pumps as good as it gets.
Sunset in Austin, Texas, and along 6th Street where the fun can be had just a stone's throw away inside the Irwin Center, otherwise known as the Superdrum on the campus of the University of Texas. It's a South Region second-round matchup as 14th seeded Northwestern State, Louisiana, out of Natchitoches, Louisiana, takes on the Florida Gators. Happy to have you with us here on True TV as you look at the brackets in the South Region. The winner of this game will advance to take on the winner of our second game tonight between UCLA and Minnesota. Demons, the 14th seed, will come at you with 11, maybe even 12 guys. But this is the first wave. Shamir Davis, Gary Stewart, Patrick Robinson, Daquan Hicks, and O.J. Evans. Opposite side, the Gators. You talk about strength and senior leadership. They got plenty of that. Boynton, along with Wilbekin in the backcourt. Rosario, the Rutgers transfer, who's really improved. Eric Murphy and Patrick Young. They'll bring some strength and brawn to this team.
They are not aware of their environs. This is just a ball game.
As the next session gets underway, people are still filing in to the Irwin Center here in Austin, Texas. The opening tap controlled to the Gators. Right away, Murphy gets it inside. They plan on taking it right for tonight's game.
Tim, it's, we talk about Northwestern State, and they really play a high-tempo game, but not out of control. Playing 20 minutes in this system is like playing 30-plus in a normal system.
Rosario beyond the arc, being checked by Gary Stewart. Murphy can face you up. Play the role of the stretch four, and he knocked last week. Little stop and go. Davis,
guys.
This is an aggravated version of what Shaka Smart does at VCU. He's the only one that even comes close, but it's not nearly as aggravated as what Northwestern State does. Rosario from downtown. How about Andy Infield's club?
Yeah, what a job he's done. A very dangerous offensive club. Beat Miami earlier this year. Didn't have Durant Scott in that game, but still.
Right to the rack they go, end to end, as Jalen West feeding and fanning Bryson White, who can be a real trump card player in tonight's game. 22 in purple.
As I asked Mike McConaughey yesterday, who's your X factor? Could Bryson White be the guy? And he said absolutely. 9 times double figures, twice over 20 points.
There's West, a wraparound pass and a thing of beauty. Here comes that pressure. Murphy there to help. Quick outlet. No one there for Wilbekin.
Yeah, that's
Brooklyn last year. Remember what a root canal that was for Tom Izzo's squad? They were a 1 seed that particular year. Young lost it, but you get Will you get, who thankfully was able to come back from injury in the latter stages of February to help give depth to the Florida front line. And a 3-ball answer from James Holden.
one of the better three-point shooters on this team, 7th in the Southland Conference.
We're tied at 15. You get right to the rack again. Young can't get it to go. Prather, and finally it's tipped through by Young. It's very rare I defer, but I did there. Young with a slam.
With no character flaws are Peyton Siva and Billy Donovan.
Says a lot. Rosario pulls up. As you said, Mike, only time will tell if this pace of play wears on the Gators with their jump shots. Loose ball, Hicks gives it up to Shamir Davis. Nice pass. Inside. Michael Frazier trying to get loose, but Wilbekin, who has come under question. Boynton with Rosario, Murphy, you get, and Frazier on the floor. Boynton. He has got, as you know,
They can take advantage of.
this is an 11-4 run for Florida. And a 3-ball for Jalen West. Offensive offensive rebounding story. Important. Young out of deflection, but they find Rosario on the wing. That's his favorite spot. He was just a catch-and-shoot guy. If there's a high sticking call, then we've got a scoop.
They'll change the defense now for Florida. Will zone.
Yep. And a three ball. Recognizing that, Northwestern State. I think about the style that they employ and the few turnovers they have. Great defensive play, but a recovery by Young. Looking for a pick and roll. Nice pass again to Hicks. What a beautiful pass to Evans. Done a lot effectively in this first half, but Northwestern State has certainly dictated pace of play.
Well, not only that, Tim, but they're shooting 54%, and it's not like they're throwing in bombs. I mean, they are getting into belief systems goes through the roof.
Shamir Davis and Jalen West now on the floor simultaneously. First time we've seen that. Shot clock down to 7. 2 point guards on the floor right now. Davis, the senior, gets it done. Right past Prather.
You got to sit on his left hand, make him go right.
Wilbekin, high arching off the window. Nice adjustment by Scotty Wilbekin. Wonder how much gas they may have left if this game is competitive in the last 5 minutes. There's a dump down again to Murphy. Easy doings. That's 10 minutes of the game.
Well, Tim, I think the locks are West and Davis out there at the backcourt and Hicks.
Okay.
And then it's going to be a matter, I think, over the next 2 minutes or next 10 minutes, who steps up. Holman, I think, gave them some good energy and some good defense.
Georgetown and Florida Gulf Coast going at it. A very close game there. Gary Stewart, a big that can handle it. Finds Hicks on the wing. That's his spot. He is absolutely automatic. Michael Frazier II, the freshman from Tampa, on the floor along with Wilbekin. Kenny Boyden going a little smaller in that backcourt with an extra handle with all that pressure that Northwestern State delivers. Boyden, little floater inside the point. Three ball not falling for Northwestern State early in the second half. Bryson White unable to get that one to go.
I get the sense this is a lot slower pace than Northwestern State would like to play with, right? I think Florida's kind of reined this in a little bit.
Yes, they have. Young with a little jump hook. West, nice speed inside. The extra pass is made. And off the window, Bryson White. Murphy, Wilbekin, and Michael Frazier II on the floor for Florida. Nice move by Murphy, count the basket. Pinned on the backboard by Holman.
Northwestern State has not been playing a tempo, not been getting much out of their offense.
A little timid, I think, from an offensive standpoint. Not attacking the way we once saw them.
They need to reel this one back in.
Oh, there's a move in the right direction. Counted and a foul. From Baton Rouge, Christian Life Academy at the free throw line. Talk about brackets beginning to open up, Mike.
Done.
I mean,
Done. Somebody's cat might have picked that one, but
Murphy puts it in.
It was like your old friends just got in there and talked coaching and the kids and the pride that you guys have. How much pride do you have when you sit back and you watch your son coach?
Well, it's just an honor to see him involved with youngsters like that. And, of course, it's not just on the floor, and I know that Bill's son is the same way. He's close to them. And his goal is to make as good a players, but make good citizens out of them when they leave and make a contribution to society.
Your son has 2 national titles, but I'm sure you echo those same sentiments about the effect that he has on young kids' lives.
Exactly. I mean, that's the most important thing right now. These kids always look back. A lot of them return to Florida that had on that national championship team. They're there a lot in the summer, so it's great to see them. And I know Billy feels a lot of pride when they come back.
All right, thanks a lot. Thank you so much for giving me your time right now. I feel enriched. All right, Timmy B, back to you.
All right, thank you. What wonderful men they are. Wilbekin is fouled, and during that period, he had a game that Raft and I got to call back in '87 against Georgetown. It was the first time that by now.
Don't look now, but that down. Pretty good rotation back defensively.
Colburn, again, forced into a tough shot, and it was deflected. Alley-oop to Prather. And that brings the Gator congregation to its feet. Timeout, Demons. 8:24 remaining, in Florida flexing its SEC muscle. Rosario, high to the rafters. Prather says, "Dunk you very much." Frazier, Yaget, Young, Prather, and Rosario, the five on the floor for the Gators. Arua can split that double team. Found a wide open on a wing, and there's Prather again, picking up a little. Florida will take on the winner of the UCLA-Minnesota game, our nightcap tonight here in Austin. Provided they hold on, B.J. Hairston has got to be the most valuable Tar Heel of this season.
Committee always with a sense of humor could set up a second-round match between Kansas and North Carolina.
Winner today, surprising a few and probably breaking up a few brackets, knocking off Wisconsin out of the Big Ten. Florida trying to hold serve, favored in this 3-14 matchup against Northwestern State. Look at that, only 11 points in this half for the Demons.
Florida countering, they've got three guards out there.
Nice pass inside. I'm really impressed with dead ball hits.
But I mean, just a team in your very first NCAA tournament game ever in the history of your program to step up and beat a #2.
Well, and for Harvard to get its first ever NCAA tournament win, national championship, many people thought Billy might wind up at some point coaching in Lexington. Regardless of who Florida would play, it would be a heck of a storyline as you see Young
Stretch out about the 10-minute mark, and then they went on that run.
14-1 run, and put it away. And Young is fouled. You know, going back to Mike McConnell. He said, well, I'm nervous anyway. I might as well go Gators, right?
Strong contingent here from Florida.
Yes, they did.
They get to stay the weekend.
When Spurrier was coaching in football, I used to say, that's a great fight song. He said, yeah, it's a fast one. We want to score and get the ball back. Dylan Graham gets into the scoring column, the freshman from Orlando, Florida. And Mike McConaughey will empty his bench too.
Tim, once again, we saw it in the first game. This basket down to our right, nobody's been able to score on in two games.
You're right. Walker. Devon Walker, the freshman from Winter Haven in the scoring column. Southland Conference Tournament Championship team that made yet another visit to the big dance. Did it in 2001, 06, and now again here. Loose ball run down by Killian. Takes it right to the rack, but can't get it to go. Rebound by Jacob Kurtz, gets it up into the hands of O'Boise. Youngster from Charlotte, Braxton O'Boise.
Well, not quite half, but you hold this team to 47 points. As the leading scoring team in the nation. Pitching won this battle today.
Yes, it did. 15 this half. That's incredible. And become one of the teams to really watch as they try to make it a little deeper than the Elite Eight, where they've been each of the last two seasons. And for Mike McConaughey and his pesky Demons, yet another trip to the NCAA, something they're accustomed to having in Northwest Louisiana and that lovely town, Natchitoches, where Steel Magnolias was filmed so many years ago. 79-47, the final score. A buttoned-up defensive showing in the second half against the leading scoring team in the country coming into the NCAAs. And then you look at the bottom part of this bracket, Florida Gulf Coast getting the victory against Georgetown, and they'll await San Diego State, Oklahoma's winner. And UCLA will be taking on Minnesota in our finale for the right to take on the Gators.